All right, well, welcome back into another video. Now, we're not going to play around today. We're going to get straight to business because it's just what I do. Anyway, have you ever come across a time where things just don't seem to go right? And you're really questioning how things are going to work, whether it's financial, physical. I'm going to give a little insight into my life, but I want you to really consider these things as I talk here, because this is I would say discussion, but obviously it's on a video, so it's a monologue discussion. Your part of the discussion would be in the comments section, but you know, over the last several years, I have gone through a broken shoulder, losing a job, getting another job, learning how to truck drive, getting that job, bouncing around through a couple different jobs, which is never a good thing to do, especially when you're trucking, because they want somebody solid versus somebody who kind of bounces around. But, I mean, I had a broken shoulder, and I'm doing what's best for my family. And then I had chest pains, which led to an operation on my stomach. So over the last, and then again, trying to make things work financially. And the whole point I'm going with all this is real simple, is the fact that you're looking at it and you're just financially, that's not good when you're doing stuff like that. And obviously, physically, it takes a toll also because, I was having surgeries. I was stressing over finances. I had a lot of things that I really questioned. I ended up going on to doing the gig economy as a full-time thing. Ended up working. And then I went back into truck driving with a really good paying job, and then I lost that one because of other stuff. But between all that over the last several years, I really found what I really enjoy doing for a job. I mean, I enjoy driving. I enjoy people interaction. Obviously, the gig economy, there's not a lot of interaction sometimes. It's more of an online, one-on-one delivery type stuff. But you can make as much interaction out of it as you want. I've realized how much of a workhorse I can be when I'm doing something I enjoy. And that's a great thing. But like I said, the shoulder surgery, then I had surgery on my chest. And it's not one of those major life-threatening surgeries at all, but it is something that, really made you think and wonder, why me? Everybody goes through that. Everybody questions, when they're getting older, But in the Bible, it literally says, be still and know that I am God, Take pride in what you do. There's a season and a time for everything. Philippians has a verse where it's all about time. I'm not good with remembering numbers, but it's in Philippians. A time for joy, a time for sadness, a time for summer, a time for winter. Yeah, it doesn't say those words. I mean, it has its own particular text to it. And I'm not looking at it, and I haven't memorized, but yet I don't. But it's a season. And God puts us through seasons for reasons, to learn, to help, so we can go through stuff, so we can help others. I've come across that several times where I'm helping other people, and then because of what I've gone through, I can be like, here's how you deal with it, here's how it works, here's how it sucks, here's how it works out. But there's a reason for the season, as it's the thing it told us said. But God says, again, be still and know that I am God. You know, Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you. It's just God's constant promises and guarantees that he has everything under his control. You know, financially especially, I was sitting there just not knowing what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to be able to afford a house. I did. I had some help along the way. My great dad, my family has really helped me out in some ways. I had a brother that gave me help in certain ways that really helped out. It's really bright, I know. Kind of blinding. But, you know, I really feel like I went through all this stuff for a reason. Didn't understand it. But I trusted God. And that's the thing. Be still and know that I am God. That's when you need to pray. When your life feels hectic, when your life feels like everything is falling apart, when it feels like you don't know what you're going to do the next minute. You know? I'm not like humongous, but I'm a big guy. And I needed to lose some weight, and I was a kind of a glutton. I love to eat. I love my food. Most people do. But I didn't have a good control over portion sizes and all that stuff. And to a degree, I still don't. But through all these things I've gone through, I was getting to a point. I ended up getting a car wreck and ran from behind. And ended up having a concussion in September. So, I mean, I've gone through a lot of stuff. And I'm not complaining. This is not a channel for me to take time to complain about what I'm going through. This is a time for me to let you guys understand that through all the stuff, through prayer, through study, through just sitting back and just letting God do his thing, whether it's family helping out, I didn't know what I was going to do financially, and I ended up looking up some ways to get help financially. Ended up having some donations from churches a couple times. You know, 2 years ago when I had my shoulder surgery, I had, my dad helped out some. I was a trucker, so I had a trucker donation that helped out. Trucker, I don't know what's the term for it, but a trucker charity, basically for truckers, that helped me out for a payment 1 month. I had a friend of mine that ran a restaurant, and she gave me a job knowing what my limitations are, knowing that I could do the job. We had some troubles, but it was mostly my fault. I was frustrated because of my shoulder, and I couldn't go full motion because obviously my arm's in a sling. And I'm one of those people, I'm very prideful. I like to do my job 100%. I like to have full function. And when I can't, I'm frustrated. So, but I cannot express how much, Jen, how much I really, really appreciated you giving me that job. And as much as I don't know if I seem that grateful, but I was very grateful. I had another friend that set me up with a job at Walmart for a while. I didn't stay there very long. I had another friend that gave me a job at another place. And, you know, I didn't stay at those long because it wasn't my long-term plan. It wasn't God's long-term. Man, it is bright. And there goes my garage door opener. I'm dropping everything and having all kinds of troubles. But, you know, it wasn't God's plan for me to be at that stuff. It was God's plan for me to do what I'm doing now, the gig job, the gig economy, doing apps. And then, you know, DoorDash is one of the jobs I was doing. I've done some videos on it, and I still kind of run DoorDash here and there, so it's not like I'm not running it. So when I talk about DoorDash, I'm currently still running it from time to time. And I know there's a lot of problems, and I've said that. But God said, be still and know that I am God. He said, for I have the plans I know for you in Jeremiah. For there's a season for everything in Philippians. And where I'm going with all this is the fact that right now, and yeah, I'm not meaning this to sound like I'm bragging, I'm very proud of where I'm at. I worked my tail off for the last year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. I had a broken arm, I was working through it. I had my chest surgery, I worked through it. I had chest pains, I worked through it. I found a way to make it so I could work. God's not going to just give you stuff. You know, you still got to earn it, but he's going to give you a way through what you go through. And he even says, I will carry you when you need it. So I'm very grateful for God. I'm very grateful for what he's done for me. And I'm very grateful for the people he's put in my life to help me be set up that way. I am actually currently at the point where I'm in the best shape of my life for the last 20 years. I am in the very best shape. Now, I've lost about 30, 35 pounds. I've done really good with that. I actually have a savings. For the first time ever, I have a savings account and a checking account. Checking account still bounces up and down, and it's usually at zero, but but I've got a savings account I can pull from. I get enough money to pay my bills each month. And then my daughter's in softball. I actually have a chance to actually coach her. And if it wasn't for God doing his thing and teaching me how to be a workaholic and still be able to balance life out, I wouldn't be here. I would be probably in a factory or doing something that I don't enjoy near as much, and I'm be wanting to call off and all that stuff. But I'm doing something I really enjoy, and I'm able to work around that schedule with everything else I do. It's fantastic. And again, I'm not saying this to brag at all. I'm very proud how far I've come, but I'm not saying all this to brag. I am saying this because I am grateful. It all says in the Bible, rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice, which, that again, I say rejoice is part of a song versus the Bible, but still, it says, rejoice in the Lord always. So, I'm already going way too long. But my point is this. God promises to take care of you. Not always the way we want. People ask, why does bad things happen to good people? Well, God doesn't do bad things to people. He lets things happen to people to teach them, to show them a direction, to guide them, to be able to help others. He never says our life is going to be pretty. He just says, I will take care of you through the good times and the bad. Again, some of the stuff I'm paraphrasing, like right there, that's kind of my paraphrase and the way I understand it, what the Bible says. But I'm not trying to thump it. But what I'm saying is God will provide. Job went through boils and pain and suffering. David got threatened and was chased down for a while. Daniel was thrown in with a bunch of lions. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was thrown into a fiery furnace. They all survived. They all were taken care of by God. And you can keep going through the Bible at different places. Moses, Elijah, Elisha, Noah, as crazy as he was, as crazy as it sounded what he was supposed to do, God made it work. He took care of them. So, like, share, subscribe, give me your comments, give me your thoughts. But I wanted to bring this out there to give you guys encouragement. Again, this channel is all about encouragement. I want to encourage you guys that you need prayer. Give me a holler. You can find Christ, all that fun stuff. Give me a holler. I have a video on that. But I want to share my life with you and be open with you and let you guys know that I care. So, have a good day.